to get to the winners final in the bracket phase of the tournament. So that should be pretty interesting. And I don't know for you, Dash, I'm really ready for that game. And just to show you how ready I am for it, there we go.
Oh, geez, I can't. I got nothing. I don't even have a water bottle to pop open.
Oh, that's a shame.
All right, so we've got both players in their usual outfits. You know, Cake with his cat ears, cat tail, amethyst wings. Shark with his signature stone look. I've always liked Shark's outfit. It's very unique and very cohesive.
Yeah, I wonder how he plays with it. I mean, the reason why I use pink skin is because it really pops on screen. So if you look somewhere else to dodge a bullet or something, it's easy to keep your eye on V. I don't know if he does it with gray, but I guess he got used to it. And we're really synced coming out of the Ruby race here.
Oh yeah, they're like perfectly synced at this point.
Going to see how long that's going to last. Probably until the first fire guy, because these are usually the RNG part of the game. And we're going to have our first right here.
Yeah, that's what I expect to see. I love that they're both just mashing greed constantly.
Yeah, you want to keep your hands warm in the beginning, and I don't think both were playing before the race, so...
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like in StarCraft 2, how you watch the top StarCraft 2 players, and at the beginning, when they're just gathering resources, they're sitting there, like, furiously changing their command center's rally point 100 times a second. It's like, why are they doing that? Oh, right, because keeps their hand going.
Also, they're a little bit bored.
Yeah, right, yeah, that too. That was always what I first assumed.
Yeah, well, it's also the same at the beginning of the game. The beginning of Wings of E, quite easy. It's nothing really that can kill the players very easily. The only thing is that if you actually die, the deaths cost a lot of time, because the saves are far apart from one another.
One thing I've specifically noticed is that the damage boost. If you fail the damage boost, you have to have a plan for that, because if you let yourself fall, then it's a huge death.
Yeah, absolutely. So now we see more the effect of RNG than the effect of gameplay skill going in the favor of Cake. Although Cake decided to not kill the fire guy and keep going, that was pretty swag.
Yeah, a little risky, because if you don't stop and kill the fire guys, certain ones, then they can just teleport right in front of you and eat one of your jumps and that kind of stuff, and it can be pretty brutal. And so Cake jumped up for the heart, and Shark didn't, so that saved Shark about maybe a second.
Yeah, it's about a second. I mean, Cake had taken a lot of damage going with the fire guy and everything.
Whoa! Shark just did something crazy.
Yeah,
does that
work? You don't
work?
have a choice, really. Yeah, it works. So what you want to do is that instead of going under, then going back up, it's faster to just kill the thing, keep going down, and go to the right.
Wow, I have never seen that before.
Never seen that?
No.
I suggest you start doing it. If you get two fire guys under, and I mean, it's a really good way to just not wait.
Yeah, it makes
respawn.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Oh, good RNG here for Shark. And they're both not exactly synced, but coming out of Mugi 1 extremely quickly. So I don't think early game RNG is going to be a factor in this game. That makes it even more exciting.
Yeah.
Making their
All right, so entering on the second half of Floating Keep, this part, whoa! Both players kind of failed the first jump there. That was interesting. Unless they're doing some weird cycle lining up thing that I don't know about, but it certainly looked like they both just screwed up their jumps.
No, that was a screw up for both players. It's a little bit particular to go through the platforms there, and if you jump a little bit too quickly, you can get your flutter or your jump eaten.
So Cake did the new cool jump over those two turrets, while Shark did the traditional method. I know Shark still likes the
that was here by Shark.
Yeah, Shark just didn't hit that checkpoint, but then reset cycles and
has to go back. That's about 8 to 10 seconds here.
Yeah, that was really brutal. That's certainly like one of the worst one of the worst feelings when you're doing the race is just simply not hitting a checkpoint and then going too far past it. I think it was Ilias who accidentally didn't hit the checkpoint for Craterack.
Yeah, that happened. Also, Matrick failed to hit the checkpoint at the end of the elevator.
Yeah, I remember that as well.
Great slot strikes here by Cake with the low swoops.
Oh my gosh!
Fell.
Wow, he just fell off the map. And he skipped the checkpoint in front of Pergora also, so that's extra brutal. Oh my gosh, now Shark's ahead.
Yep, you should be getting the kill here during the sunrise phase. You can usually deal a little bit more than 3 bars of damage with that. And there we go, Shark is ahead.
Yeah, and Cake takes the checkpoint this time.
Yeah. And the Cake thought he would have a cutscene here, and he pressed the menu button at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
So he lost a little bit of damage, and he's getting stumped. So Shark just got kind of a good lead. Stump is the worst attack you can get, really.
Shark first try gets the ruby backpack here as well, so if Cake's gonna make up any time, it's not that.
There's plenty of game
left,
so I'm not worried. We're going to see a lot of back and forth going on, I'm pretty sure.
Because every little spot here is going to be a chance for either player to give up some time. All right, yep, Cake also with the ruby backpack. Shark's making his way over to double jump.
Yeah, it was going to be a little bit of save teleporting here. One of the properties of this game is that if you use a save, if you do an action, for a lot of actions, if you reset after the action, the trigger for the action stays on. So you can just reset, and everything you've done remains in the game. Like, the game remembers you've done it. So you can get the feather reset, and then gain a lot of time for not having to go to that save. In the same way, you can kill a boss, reset, and then the game remembers you killed the boss. So that's what our players are going to be doing here. They skip every save, kill the boss, and they're going to be resetting close to the town.
Yeah, like the way to think of it is that the checkpoints don't save your game. The game is basically always saving. The checkpoints just update where you respawn and they refill your health.
Alright, coming on to Electron. Good.
Shark doing some swag damage boosting. So Shark saved a few seconds there on doing a really sweet damage boost up to Electram. It means that he needs to fight Electram with 35 less HP, though. Which is actually basically only 20 damage, because Electram does all of his damage in increments of 20, so you only get one less hit to take on the boss.
That's true. And here Cake managed to damage Electrum enough with the lightning attack that he only got 1 attack, so he has 66% chance of getting Orbless. Shark got Orbs, so that's about an 8-second loss. So Cake can make up a little bit of time here if Electrum behaves.
Oh, and there's the Orbs, so never mind.
It is not.
Just
no time save
immediately orbs him.
So Shark's going to be making his way to another very pivotal moment in the game, which is Veil 2 skip. That's one of the hardest damage boosts in the game, because not only do you have to have the perfect speed to get to your cycle in time, but also you take a lot of damage doing it. So you have to be careful not to die from the damage, because you skip a lot of saves, and you don't get a save until pretty far into the Veil 2 skip. So let's see how our players are going to be handling it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest time saves in the game, and we saw before the race started, I did see Shark practicing it.
You never really comfortable.
Cake missed the little toe tap trick here. He got it that time though. Didn't lose too much time. He recovered pretty well there.
Yeah, Cake's opinion on this is that this little vent is one of the 3 toughest things to do in the game.
Oh yeah.
He's always struggled with it, and I don't know top 3 hardest things, but it's hard. It's harder than it looks.
It's harder than it looks, absolutely.
Okay,
the fan is trying to push you away.
Right now. He didn't take any damage he didn't want to take. And oh no, there he did! Oh wow! What a low shot by the rock thrower!
Yeah, that was rough. So if Cake doesn't screw up here, then he's taking the lead.
Yep. So basically, rock throwers, they shoot at you at your position, but sometimes they miss a little bit. And there, the rock thrower shot at him, but missed a lot, and it ended up being so low that it killed Shark literally.
Yep,
So,
and
yeah,
there
Cake's
Cake made
ahead.
it. Now Cake has a little bit of trouble with Troll Cave Skip sometimes, but he got it first try this time.
Let's see what Shark does. That was a bit early. She didn't throw. There we go. 1.5 times.
Yes!
We could say.
Cake, he slowed down for the rock. He's gonna fight Amethyst with 80 HP instead of 60. Oh, I'm so happy.
I think Shark, after dying to Amethyst in his race against Cake and his race against me, I think he finally went like, okay, no, I'm gonna take the half a second time loss and just
It's
live.
just like the shark tooth. You know, just slow down for a half a second.
Yeah. The Shark Rock. Okay, so both of them making their ways through Amethyst. Nothing much to say about this boss, really. She has lots of HP, but you can only deal 16 damage every attack. And we're going to see both players deal 16 damage every attack, because it's kind of easy to do. The only problem is to survive everything she throws at you. She can get mean sometimes.
Yeah,
Right
one
now
big
it
thing
seems
about the
okay.
fight is that each time that she does this big death laser, the fight speeds up. So after she's done the death laser twice, some of the attacks get super, super brutal to be able to dodge.
Cake here, bad RNG. Gets platform third phase. Platform third phase is the worst attack you can get because it's extremely slow. You kind of lose a few seconds there without any fault of your own. Amethyst has overall about 8 seconds of I would say RNG time loss, depending on what attack she does.
Yeah, it's a pretty consistent fight because of the way that you can only do so much damage per phase, but with how much time each phase takes, there is still a little bit of variance.
Oh, both are going to be getting to Grotto on very close spaces. Oh, Cake is gonna be unable to tank a bomb. He's gonna have to use the casual way to get through there.
Yeah, he had some
There we go.
really weird business with those bats and had to slow down a bunch. Shark almost caught up from that. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's only like 10 seconds behind now.
I mean, they're really not far apart. One reset on the save, a little mistake, and will put Shark right back there, or make Shark much farther behind.
Yep, they're on the same checkpoint, which to me means that they're basically tied. Next player to make a mistake is behind, you know?
Yep. Or to make a really good move. For
That's
example,
true too.
We have Terravine that's coming that can be a great time save if you're very aggressive.
Yeah. And
there's some saves you can skip, and here Cake is going to do
my gosh.
damage boost.
I really love that room because everybody's got a different way to tackle it, and that way I have not seen very much.
That is the best way to do it, but there's really only Cake that does it consistently. I can't do it. Shark can do it. It's kind of insane. Is Cake?
Wait a second.
No mind tank here by Cake.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be playing it safe. I think he knows he's ahead, so he doesn't wanna risk anything. He's gonna tank that one and probably enter the boss at 50 HP. And I believe Shark should do it. No, he's not going to do it at 100 because he just took a mine accidentally. So Dark Annihilator. Oh, I don't know if you have things to say about Dark Annihilator or.
Well, Dark Annihilator is, as everybody knows, this boss is anti-melee. You have to shoot him with orbs, which, so similar to how Amethyst controls how much damage you can do to her, making a relatively consistent time in the fight. This boss is very similar in that your damage is gated by how frequently your orbs recharge. So the way that players can optimize this fight is by shooting Dark Annihilator with all the orbs that they have. If they recharge all of their orbs and then sit around, they're losing time because they're not shooting orbs. And then the other way is that any of the extra things that Dark Annihilator shoots out, like these bombs or the missiles that spoilers are going to start coming in from the right, they have to hit those with melee as not to use orbs that are better used on the boss. So those are the optimization strats, and you can see both players doing it. They use Lust because the missiles as well as the bombs have no more than 2 HP, and Lust does 2 HP with a good amount of range, making it easy to actually hit him with the melee like they want to do.
Close to perfect fight here for Cake, and Shark's having the same. Shark's on 25 health, but I don't think he should be getting walled here.
Yeah, he's all good. So yeah,
go.
both players went in with 50 HP and took him out. And here comes the... Whoa, that looked like a late shot for Cake, but
I guess a late shot. He got lucky on the hitbox. His hitbox is not exactly consistent there. So this part is not too difficult. So the players are using a little bit of a different strat than you would be expected to use casually, but it makes it a lot more consistent to get through this minecart section.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of deaths on these checkpoints. However, the players are skipping a lot of checkpoints because the checkpoints in this area are all just like slightly out of the way. So even though they're not the most difficult in the world, if you do screw up, because of the way that that the minecarts will die and then you're just screwed, or because of the amount of spikes, if you do make a mistake, you're generally pretty dead, and then you've skipped a bunch of checkpoints. So it is pretty risky.
So it seems like there's a little bit of forget-me-not spammerino going on in the chat.
That's why I cracked up. I didn't expect to see it.
I thought it was because Cake skipped the save that is not out of the way, and it's just a little bit scary. But...
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Both on the same minecart still, so this is still a very even race.
Yeah, still on the same checkpoint. Is Cake gonna get the damage boost? He did! Oh my god, that is so awesome.
Don't do this at home. Just don't. Terrifying now, so Cake is going to use a very aggressive strategy here. Already took 25 damage. And he's going to use Lost against Spores. Gotta be careful not to hit any of them. Will he tank a green ball? Yep. Even if he took 25, he decided to tank a green ball. That's a bit more aggressive than I'm used to.
Shark also, though, okay, so Shark tanks 2 lasers. Does not look like he's tanking Puke, though. Oh, but I think he got Spore's 3rd attack. Doesn't look like he's gonna take a sleep orb, though.
Well, the danger here is that if you take a sleep orb, before you can wake up, you can take a 2nd orb. Through no fault of your own, and that can get scary. So in runs, yeah. In races, I wouldn't do it.
I think we did see it on Cake's last race, though. I think his race with Moon, he took a sleep orb.
He did, indeed.
Yep.
So, the Shark here made a little bit of time on Cake. His Terraline was a little bit faster because Cake took so much damage in first phase, he couldn't tank the lasers properly. So he had to wait until they were away before he could
but
damage properly.
Shark just cutscene glitched. What happened? That was really weird. V like slowly walked into the pit.
That's fine. If he had a cutscene glitch, the next one, it would have been a lot worse. But that one is still kind of painful.
Yeah, it just looked really funny. Like, V just slowly, sadly, just walking herself into a pit, crawling into a hole to die, while Ruby and Amethyst just watch. Alright, let's see some quick kills. Shark did not get the first quick kill on the skeleton, or the second. But Shark, master of quick kills, gets the first one.
And the second one. Yeah, that
beautiful.
Was perfect.
Shark is so good at that portal.
I mean, he probably saved like 6 to 7 seconds here on Cake, just on this portal. This is huge. Oh, a little bit of...
Couples. Whoa, Shark!
There goes that time.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So Cake is going to be... Oh no, Cake did manage to kill the fire guy, but he decided to still take the save. Shark does not.
Yeah, Shark skipping checkpoints.
just to tell you the amount of time saves you can get just by skipping checkpoints. We are now really even. We're back within 5 seconds of each other.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really wise choice. I mean, Shark, he was confident in that checkpoint, and
whoa, okay, so that was ridiculously swag by Shark. I don't know if you noticed. Fire dash. So
he was dashing between his fire ticks.
Every time you take damage, you lose the feather dash ability. So you have to take the feather and immediately dash before you take another tick, or else you just die.
Yeah, so that was just really, really good improvisation. That's the kind of stuff where it's like, you can know the speed run, but that's the kind of thing where when it happens, it takes just a really, really good and well-seasoned player to be able to recognize exactly what's happening and improvise through it.
Yeah, 5 rocks by Shark, 4 rocks by Cake, and Shark had one of the toughest setup in that. When Craterack does a lunge attack, the 4 lunges, it's much harder to get good rocks after that, and he managed to pull it out perfectly.
Yeah, he got really, really good rocks. That was super solid.
So we're even on damage right now.
Yeah, Sharks. Oh yeah, they're basically just tied up. Look at that.
Oh,
almost.
Boy.
Shark beat
Shark
him
just stood
slightly faster. Yeah.
Shark is ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was that, I guess it was the 5th rock, you know? And then also Shark took the 2nd phase really aggressively, too, tanking one of the hits.
Oh, and little mistake here.
Little mistake there, but yeah, Shark is playing really, really aggressively to keep up here. And he took the lead for a moment, though. I think these 2 deaths kind of put him back behind.
Yeah, we won't know exactly. Oh, this one hurts, however.
Yeah.
I was about to say we won't know exactly who's in the lead before they leave this area because they're not doing the keys in the same order. But that one death was a lot of time. That's a painful one. Yep,
because Shark just got the first key while Cake is basically picked up the 2nd key.
He's done the 2nd key. He's on his way to the 3rd. This is going to be the last key for Cake.
Now, I wonder if we're going to see Shark do a little strat he was talking about, where you have to go down a jet here, but if you can move to the side of it and fall a little faster. He's doing it. Look at that.
Yep. I mean, we've all been yelled at by Canaris for not doing that. So
okay.
Pretty much everybody in the top 8 does it now, because we don't want Canaris to come and just attack us randomly with Australian rage. I mean, it's a bit scary. So CakeSauc making his way to the last key of the area. He gets the 1 cycle. So you usually have to kill 4 fire guys there, but if you're extremely quick, you can get through the door immediately after you killed 1 fire guy.
Yep, and it's really relatively easy to do it after 2 as well. If the 1 is too hard for you, like it is for me, it's really easy to do it after 2.
Yeah, and Cake got a perfect AC skip, and he's going to.
Oh, Shark didn't get it.
He's gonna have to do 3. Can he get 3?
Yes. Okay, so he at least didn't have to fight all 4.
So Cake is going to do the tournament skip with no resets. That's a little bit scary.
Nice!
Let's see if the balls are good for him. They're fine. Well, the fire is mean, but he waited just a little bit and managed to get through. Ace skip perfect for Shark as well.
Excellent, and Cake just nailed the, nailed the library skip with the good cycle. I don't expect to see any turbo swag here. Nope, just doing the normal, safe, perfectly good strat. He didn't reset for cycles on Elevator.
No, Cake never does, actually. He's comfortable with that cycle. The thing I don't like with that cycle is that sometimes the skeletons behave a little bit funky at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Cake is used to it.
Yes, Shark also nailed tournament skip, nailed library skip, and then got the good cycle on this room. Perfect.
So we're going to have both players on the elevator at the same time. So, I mean, it didn't take much for Cake to take a big lead here. 3 deaths on top key. So you can see here, how much a difference consistency can do in this game.
Yep, absolutely. However, they are still on the same checkpoint. If Cake dies, they're right back together. Since this is a big checkpoint.
That's true. They're about 20 seconds apart, but something that's coming up is the Mugi 2 and Rage Kip, and that one could have dire consequences for the race.
Absolutely.
It's a 40 seconds time save, and it's 4 frames. You got 4 frames to land a hit on Mugi, and you have to get a perfect setup to get a chance to do it. So Cake skips the save here with 80 health. It's not too scary, but okay. So he's gonna heal the boss 6 times. After he's healed her 6 times by attacking her while her shield is up, he's going to just proceed through the fight normally until she has 40% health. He's going to wait for an attack, which is the Eat This.
Yep, she has 40% health on the 6th hit, which is very important.
Exactly. And then you hit her once, and once the meatballs just cross the bottom of the window, you hit her again, and that's going to skip their enrage. So Cake's on a good setup here.
Yep, and we'll see Shark going for the same setup. Now, Shark is historically the most consistent Myogi 2 skipper.
And Cake got it. Perfect.
But yeah, Cake did get it, so that keeps the pressure on Shark to get it as well.
So the rest of the fight is really easy because you don't have to deal with the skull that she spawns, and she doesn't speed up.
I'm knocking on wood for my commentator's curse on Shark's Myogi 2 skip, by the way. Talking about how consistent he is at it.
Let's see. Oh, well, okay.
Looks like he nailed it.
He nailed it.
Yep, excellent. Perfect.
So, Cake making his way to the room of the maggots and maggot queens.
That's right.
That's
such a weird room.
That's pretty much the only area where these enemies are used. I don't know, they could have... I guess Solgren had ideas to use them elsewhere, but it just never happened.
Yep. They're also just weird enemies the way that, like, they die and then they leave a black hole behind, you know? It's just such a strange enemy.
Yeah, it's an interesting mechanic. And Cake failed the... Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, it just reset it before the text box appeared.
Wait, you can do that?
You can do that. There's a very, very close timing where you can reset before the text box appears. If you fail it, you have to redo the password.
Uh-huh.
So that's a little bit of swag. I think Shark knows how to do it as well, but he did it so quickly, I thought he was resetting because he failed. Yeah. I guess I've watched this tournament too much.
That's pretty swag. Oh, look at that. Shark got it as well. Wow, that's really cool.
I think they're both going for every time save they can get.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, music for Cake.
Speaking of little time save, watch what Cake does at the end of this thing right here. Whoop, slide under. Yeah, my boy.
Can I hurt you, Dash?
Why?
I've been doing that slide since 2014. It's okay, I still like you. But yeah, I mean, it was funny that Cake was not doing it. Like, it is indeed faster to slide there than jumping over. Okay, Cake gets the half pacifist strat perfectly. So you do the pacifist strat, but you manipulate the skeleton to be at the right height at the end of it, so that you can kill one, and so you don't have to wait for a charge of the skeleton to get through the fog wall. Trust me, it's a lot harder than it looks, because manipulating the skeleton while doing all these jumps is quite particular.
Yeah, and he did a good job taking out one of them as well to kind of sure up that they wouldn't screw him at the very end.
Any opinions on Orc Quick Heal here, Dash?
Orc Quick Heal? I mean, it's really, really difficult. It takes, like, it's a whole different kind of muscle memory that the rest of the game doesn't require. So to be able to do this quick kill is really like its own thing. It's like you're playing a different game for a minute. It's pretty crazy. But looks like Cake is really, really... he has very good damage on purple, where right there it only took a couple orbs to take her out. Which he... Oh, okay.
That's good as well. Perfect. perfect. Cake uses a modified old strat because it's a little bit faster than doing the current strat that most people use. And he nailed it. And he thought there was a cutscene there again, which you don't get if you do the tournament skip and you accidentally pressed menu.
Ooh, Shark did a interesting thing there where instead of taking the axe from Red, he ran into the fire to only take 15 damage.
No! Shark
and then,
bundoed it.
Yeah.
Shark just killed Purple here with orbs accidentally.
Right, so that's the thing about this fight, is if you kill Purple too soon, she regenerates and can come back before you have a chance to kill Red. And that's really one of the main mechanics of this fight once you get to the end of it, is having to get them both at the same time.
I would suggest you learn to take the fire damage, because it's like you don't take damage at all compared to taking, say, an axe. When you
it's similar to what I was saying about Electram, where 35 damage is basically 20 damage because the 15 doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And here you just take 15 and it just doesn't matter. Yep.
So this time Shark is going to get a kill. Oh, probably.
Oh!
Really mean spikes, and he gets it! Oh, that was...
Oh my gosh, that was close.
Okay. That was a save. The Shark sometimes saves things that nobody can save. I wouldn't have been able to save that kill, I can guarantee you. Oh my dear god. Cake here with an extremely fast climb, and he's making his way through Path of Decay fairly quickly. A couple of deaths, but nothing really painful for him. Shark is gonna have a hard time coming back from that orc death. I mean, he was already a little bit behind, but dying on the red phase of orcs, right there, you're gonna lose about 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Cake is renowned for having an inhuman Path of Decay. Like, not even just good, inhuman. Nobody knows how he does it. Shark is no slouch at it either. And he's deathless so far. Deathless through the strawberry room is...
and that's a big deal.
So just to give you an idea, Path of Decay, if I touch the feather at 2 minutes 15 seconds of time, I feel like I'm having a good Path of Decay. Cake died twice and he touched it at 2 minutes 7 seconds in game time.
Yeah, and like just what he did right there is something
that is
so crazy. Like, instead of stopping and taking the checkpoint and then turning into demon form, he goes into that room and just jumps into the spike tunnel and demon forms and gets through it. It's so nuts.
It's surprisingly easy. It looks really swag, but it's one of the, like, this game has things that are that look totally normal but are extremely hard, and has really swag looking things that are really easy, and that's one of them. It's one of the few things that I would say it's a little bit easier to do it that way than to do it with a jump or with a jump flutter like Shark will do soon. Alright, Cake already at Azrael. I almost said Amethyst. I don't know if you want to talk a bit about Azrael.
Azrael's great. So, lots of great things going on with Azrael. So she just attacks you from all different directions at once. The biggest thing about this fight to me is the fact that you've only got these platforms to stand on, so it's really easy to accidentally slip between them. But on top of that, Azrael also lowers them at will, and you have to touch these green souls to raise them back up. So a huge part of this fight is managing how many platforms you have, but not just that, also managing how many jumps you have, where you have to dodge all of these different attacks that she's doing. And if you find yourself running out of jumps and running out of your demon form, and then you don't have a platform directly under you, you're just instantly dead to gravity. So this boss probably has the most gravity deaths of any, which is a big deal because it doesn't matter how much health you have when you fall. But on top of that, her other attacks are all just deceptively difficult to dodge, as far as like the blue shards that she shoots out just have a really wide arc on their shots that end up covering a lot of the screen. Her red shards that she puts around you, like you see on Shark's screen, they just kind of stop everything when they come around you, so that you have to like stop and deal with them. So
Okay.
lots Lots
had
going
a really
on.
good fight here. No red shields, very comfortable. His health was not too low at the end. Didn't waste
Oh
too
yeah,
much
I didn't
time.
even talk about red shield. You can't damage her too much, or her shield turns red, and she's invulnerable for a long time. Okay, skipping checkpoints. Shark will probably skip that checkpoint as well, though.
Yeah. As long as you're safe with the shark tooth, which is the spike right here.
Yep.
Oh, Cake actually went for it. It didn't stop at all.
Yeah, he took that pretty aggressively.
It's not a very difficult save. Alright, J1. Cake is going to be using the envy strat. He's kind of the guy that popularized the envy strat on this boss, because most people were using Lust.
Yeah, Lust is really safe to use on this boss because of just how big the boss is and how far his knees stick out. Lust gives you a nice bit of range to hit him in the heart with, but if you play just right, you can get him with Envy and just deal a lot more damage to him. But it's very tough to do just because of the way that, you know, Joel is always gyrating and whatnot.
Cake's on his pace to get a very fast 2-spike phase kill.
Yeah.
That was probably under 40 seconds. That was insane.
Yeah, that was a crazy good J1. So he's on to the last boss. Shark finished up Azrael and is making his way over to J1 as well. So I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I would say that they are about a late J2 death apart.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's hope that's a reverse curse, because you don't ever want someone to die to J2.
Right.
It's so heartbreaking. But it's something that can absolutely happen to anyone.
It can happen, and if it does happen, then we will suddenly have a very, very close race again.
So
We have a close race right now, but not a, you know, nail-biting, super clenched, which it would become.
Cake is taking it not much slower. He's using mostly frozen orbs to attack the boss, which is close to optimal damage, but not quite compared to melee. But he's doing that to ensure he doesn't get hit ever by any kind of weird wobble that Jill could do. So he has decent damage for the first green here.
Yeah, he's looking good. Shark also envying J1 down over on the right. Nice triple spike. At least 2 of those are headshots.
Oh, Crinkle Neck. Cake barely does get, however, the quick enrage even with Crinkle Neck, but
Oh, yep, and there's the did he just take 2 laser hits?
Yeah, he tanked 2 lasers accidentally here. He was a little bit late on the rejump.
All right, he's got to play the rest of this safe. I think he can though. He's got 40 health.
He's gonna be playing safe, staying a little bit far away, not meleeing, just shooting orbs at a slow pace. Shooting orb at that pace is actually faster than smashing them.
Ooh, this is bad for Cake though. He's got
No
Worm
way.
now.
He's gonna spawn him and just
Okay,
slide.
all right, yep. He handled that very, very well. That's what I'm talking about, where you can know the speed run, but you gotta know the improv as well. That was very well handled. GG to Cake. That could have gotten really nasty right at the end.
Oof. That's an SRL time of 38:07 and an in-game time of 37:31, which is about what Shark is 37:13, so that's 18 seconds. 16 seconds away. No, I was right. 18 seconds away from Shark's defeat. That was mean. Shark is not having a bad run at all, but Cake just killed it again. He's so scary. So everybody in chat, GG for Cake. Well ran. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fantastic. And really, really good run by Shark as well. I mean, Shark is one of the few people who can go up against Cake and have us be saying, oh, you know, Cake can't make a mistake. If Cake makes a mistake, then we have a race.
And we have a Cake right now with us. GG, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. That was a very interesting race. It was even for a very long period of time.
Was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it went back and forth a couple times pretty early on.
The big difference maker was Death to Orcs by Shark.
Yep,
By that point, you had about a 15 to 20 seconds lead. But then a Death to Orcs really put you in the lead, and your Path of Decay was ridiculous as usual.
Shark's Path was really, really good too. So yeah, I think the big things was like there were a few flip-flops early on, but then Shark had a couple unfortunate deaths to the top key of the 3 keys, which kind of that put you back in the lead about 15 seconds or so, and then it was Twin Orcs after that. That kind of was the next big thing.
Any thought on your run, Cake?
I'm just bad that I died to Pagora.
Oh yeah, at the beginning you
I forgot about that.
Flutter. Somehow you didn't flutter, and then you just fell. That was very strange.
Yeah, like the rest of that run was pretty good. It's like I got behind by like 45 seconds at Pagora, and then I was within about a minute of my PB the entire time after that. So I only lost like 15-20 seconds to my PB, except for JT was a little bit slow. But like, it was a great run. I felt good about everything else. It was just Pagora. Frickin' Pagora, man.
Yeah, that was really surprising when that happened. And right, you
Also-
mentioned the kind of slow J2. I think it was your first laser tank. You got hit twice and had to kind of slow down and take it a little bit safe, which caused you to go for a health orb, which then caused that weird worm spawn.
Yeah, I overcommitted to that a little bit, but that's okay. It happens.
Also, we have Shark with us now. GG Shark.
Yeah, GG, dude. That was fun.
Any thought on your run as well?
I'm not overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, I'm just really whelmed. You get me?
You're well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it could have been better, it could have been worse, whatever. I got slightly memed, but, like, I would have lost anyway. Like, that rock thrower after Veil 2 Heartless. I never
that
got
was a
hit there.
low shot.
I've never gotten hit there, but whatever.
So low. I mean, that was mean. Like, seriously.
What
I wasn't
happened on
expecting
that?
It's fine.
Okay, so
You just have
Shark came in-
to, you have to watch it, Cake. It's
No,
it's
yeah,
messed
go
up.
watch it. Shark came in with 15 health, and the rock thrower threw like diagonally down right.
It was the lowest rock I've ever seen in my life. It was
Yeah.
sniped.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, I mean, I think I played pretty well considering I didn't practice that much. So yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I thought it was a really,
Really
really
good.
good run, and and as we were saying, like you're one of the few people where, even with a few mistakes, like at the end, it was still, even though Cake was fighting J2 while you were fighting J1, but it was like if he made a mistake, then you guys would have been tied up right
And it
until
was,
the
it was
end.
still under what 39 minutes in game time. So yeah,
Yeah,
not bad.
I mean, it was a 38-58.
Yeah, that's under my race average. I'll take it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, your underworld was significantly better than Cake's, and you had caught him. You both killed Kratorak at exactly the same
My
time.
underworld was good. It was a mess, but okay, I'll take that.
No, it was actually. Wait, your portal was much faster.
Oh yeah, I
So
quit
that
killing
helped.
those skeletons. I probably saved like so much time on the portal.
Yeah, and then you failed to touch a platform twice,
Mhm.
but that was the only really big mistake.
Yeah. Okay.
I did the classic do the thing where you skip the yellow save on that long save where you reset for the cycle
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
frickin' die because I got lit on fire that got hit by a
Oh.
turret. It was like, I've got no HP.
I skipped it too, but I didn't save time by skipping it because I waited for the usual cycle you get when you take the save. It was pretty funny. But yeah, good stuff. It sounds like we both had a bad early game and kind of liked it a little bit better by the end.
Yeah, I fell off on Pagora. That was fun.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, you should have seen how I died in the keep. I didn't take a save and I reset for the cycle.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I hit down,
Oh,
but just
yeah,
didn't
we
take the
saw
save
that.
somehow.
Yeah, in the tunnel.
Oof. Give me an oof.
That's always a fun one.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh well. I'm feeling pretty good. Good
Yeah, it was
stuff.
excellent, super great race, and yeah, like after mid game, Path of Decay and on, you guys both just
Yeah.
played really well. It was super
Oh
good.
no, yeah, the end game was actually surprisingly good.
Mhm.
All right, let me put Cake here a little bit on the dot. So, who are you? Who would you prefer to face now in the winners final? Me or Frozen?
Probably Frozen because you're getting good.
Ziggy, you
Oh.
can't just bait Cake into calling you good on commentary in front of everyone else.
I absolutely can. And
That's
I
so
do.
fraudulent.
I don't care.
Also, Ziggy, yeah, you're probably. I won't call it early. I don't want to jinx it. you're likely to get into winners finals versus Cake. So you guys, I hope there's a good race to watch there.
I'm gonna start concentrating on Frozen before because he's a really good player,
Don't look past him.
spooked.
Focus on your current match before you look at the finals.
Yeah.
Frozen's gotten super good lately too. Like his consistency in the races has been ridiculous. So definitely don't underestimate him. And I definitely think Frozen's a worthy opponent. But yeah, I don't know. I'm scared of you, Ziggy. I'm scared of you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
are there
the
more races later this week?
sorry.
Are there more races later this week for people to watch?
There are.
Yeah.
There is one in an hour.
Oh.
In 1 hour, we've got another race, and then let me find out exactly what that was. What I was gonna say is, the bonus bracket is, as always, as these things go, filling up with really, really great matches too. Because Shark, you're gonna be going against the winner of Fraslo versus Canaris.
Okay. Yeah.
So that'll be great. But yeah, in 1 hour, we've got Solid Squall versus Rising Moon right here on this same channel with the same commentaries. It's like, just stay in a big cozy family. And then tomorrow, we've got 2 races as well. One at 7 p.m. is Ziggy versus Frozen. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow is Canaris versus Fraslo to decide who fights Shark.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
I'd
like
stick
to
around.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I would like to thank Speed Gaming for continuing to help us organize this. I mean, they've been doing an amazing job since the beginning. And I would like to thank Cake and Shark for that fantastic race. Well done to both of you.
Thanks.
GG.
It was fun.
Thanks, guys. Stick around, and we'll see you
things to
soon.
say here?
See ya.
See you.